Customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
62-55 loss. Tonight here at Danny Miles Court, the Lady Owls look to try to rebound as Multnomah University is in town. We're glad he could join us for Oregon Tech women's basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Mike Safford with you here courtside, and Bobby Thompson will join us in a bit as the Lady Owls gave Southern Oregon everything they could handle and then some on Tuesday, but a late rally by the Raiders allowed them to escape with the victory. Tonight it's a Multnomah team that sits behind Tech in the conference standings. They're 3-10, but came away with a big home win last weekend against Corbin, playing much better than the first meeting, a 23-point Oregon Tech win in Portland. We talked about that last meeting, and we talked about what they'll need to do tonight. As Paul Poach joined me earlier today, we'll talk with the head coach of the Lady Owls when we come back. Glad you could join us on our pregame show here on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
At Klamath Falls Toyota, you'll experience our goal to completely satisfy every customer every day. Because our customers are like family to us. You'll also experience the teamwork of our professional and knowledgeable staff. They're authentic, caring, and the best in the industry. And when you choose from our great selection of new Toyotas or quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, you'll experience a process that's efficient, easy, and transparent. Experience amazing at Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
Feeding and watering, building, tending, and mending, one foot in front of the other, day after day, season after season. At Coastal, we're proud to say we've walked a mile or two in boots just like yours. That's why our stores are stocked with everything you need by folks who care. Find your store or shop now at coastalcountry.com with shipments to your door, in-store, or curbside. We are Coastal, and we're just what the country needs.
When you think fun, think Clamoya Casino. Win up to $500 cash and a 65-inch TV every Friday during Tune In and Turn On the Fun Friday drawings. Receive top quality Black Diamond cookware just by earning points on Sundays. New items each week. Get up to 5 times bonus points on Wednesdays. Enjoy a great meal and comfortable hotel room after having fun at the casino. Stay and play at Clamoya Casino in Chiloquin, where winning comes naturally.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
For a limited time, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of Ford tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Oregon Tech Coaches Show. Bobby Thompson and Mike Safford sit down with head coach Paul Poach. Brought to you by your local Coastal Farm and Ranch store. Now Mike Safford and the voice of the Owls, Bobby Thompson.
Basketball as the Lady Owls in Multnomah to meet for the second time this season. Head coach Paul Poach stops by. Tuesday night, your ladies gave it an absolute effort at Southern Oregon, held the lead for over 3 quarters and just couldn't finish the deal, but a great effort by your club.
Yeah, outstanding effort. Southern beat us at home. I think it was 81-47 when we first played them. Turned the ball over a bundle of times in the first matchup. And I thought we went over there and it kind of showed kind of how we've grown as a team. We handled the pressure pretty good. We tied with a couple minutes to go. And it's just, again, our ball club needs to be put in those situations so we understand how to win down the stretch. Great effort on our kids, no fault at all in terms of no concern on how they played. It's just a learning process. Every game's a learning process. I've said that all year. That's another learning process. You've got to be in tight ball games against nationally ranked teams on the road to understand what it takes to win.
And I think a lot of it was on the defensive end. I mean, you take two of the top 10 scorers in the Cascade Conference, in Piakkanon and Walk. They combined for, I think, 14 points in the game and really weren't a factor for most of the contest.
We did a great job, and those are two very, very good players. And I think their point guard was third leading scorer behind Liv and Maddie in the league, and held her to 6. And so did a great job on those two. Sometimes you pick your poison. The poison came back and got us. Allison had a great night. Shot the ball extremely well from the 3 and hurt us. But again, we had a chance to win. Someone say, Coach, you got a chance to win with 2 minutes to go on the road against Southern Oregon. I'd take that every time.
On the other end of the floor, offensively, executed very well in the first half. Southern made a couple defensive changes in the second half that took away some of the stuff that was working. But again, you can't say the effort wasn't there. And I really got to credit Melissa Lee on Tuesday night at both ends of the floor. Was just playing as hard and with as much passion as anybody on the floor.
I kind of called Melissa out a little bit the night before. I didn't think, or the game before, I didn't think she was running laser very hard. And knowing Melissa, she always responds to what I say is constructive criticism, but she always responds to coaching, and it didn't surprise me at all. I think when she saw what she was doing on the court the previous game, she made the adjustment. She played very hard, and she's going to give you, if she plays 40, 30, 25, whatever you put her in, she's going to bust her fanny the entire time. And I was very, very happy with her adjustment she made in terms of playing harder, and Melissa just fills up the stat sheet. She's not going to go for 30 every night, but all of a sudden she's got 8 or 10 and 6 boards and 2 block shots and 4 assists and 2 steals. And she just fills up the stat sheet, and that never surprised me what she does.
Head coach Paul Poach joining us here on the pregame report. As I mentioned, Multnomah University here in town to take on the Lady Owls. We'll talk about the first matchup between these two teams and what Oregon Tech has to do tonight to come away with a victory. Glad you could join us here from Klamath Falls. We're live on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Feeding and watering, building, tending, and mending, one foot in front of the other, day after day, season after season. At Coastal, we're proud to say we've walked a mile or two in boots just like yours. That's why our stores are stocked with everything you need by folks who care. Find your store or shop now at coastalcountry.com with shipments to your door, in-store, or curbside. We are Coastal, and we're just what the country needs.
For everything Oregon Tech is OregonTechOwls.com.
Back here in Klamath Falls, glad that you could join us tonight. Paul Poach stops by. Last time Multnomah and Oregon Tech played, the Lady Owls held Multnomah to their lowest scoring effort of the season, just 35 points. And Tech didn't play great offense that night, but still came away with a 23-point road victory. Tonight's not going to be that way.
No, like as I mentioned before, I think that 2 of their top leading scorers, Rankin and Mays, did not play. Rankin was stuck down in California after Christmas break, couldn't get a plane back, and Mays was sitting out that game. And so those are 2 very good players. It'll be a different game. It's one that we have to take care of and try to get on a winning streak again. And I told the kids after Tuesday, we're right in the same position as we were the first half. Our record is exactly the same. And if we can go 8-3 in the second half, we're going to be in great shape for a home playoff game. So we'll have our hands full tonight. But I think we've gotten a lot better throughout the season. I think Southern Oregon game was an indication of that. And I would expect to just kind of build on that and continue to get better tonight.
Multnomah team that'll pick up full court pressure, especially having their 2 starters back tonight. And it was something at their place. You did a good job of handling.
Yeah, the pressure hurt us early in the season. We've just done a great job of handling as the season's progressed. they'll pick up. They're a little more aggressive in a three-quarters full court press. They leave that backside empty a little bit. I think it's gonna, if we can push the ball and look up the court, we're gonna get some easy shots tonight. We've switched up our press breaker about 4 or 5 times throughout the season, and we switched it up against Southern Oregon. So we're trying to find something that works best for our team, given the press that we're facing, and we're going to have to be ready to handle the ball against their press tonight.
And you look defensively against Multnomah, a team that at times in that first meeting really seemed like they were living from outside the arc, but having Rincan and having Mays back, 2 players that like to play downhill, like to take the ball to the basket, try to get to the free throw line. Is that going to change any of your philosophies on the defensive end?
Well, defensively we've gotten better, and we just need to stay in front of them tonight. They are, one thing about Multnomah is they have 2 or 3 grad students, and so they have some experience on their team. And they're a team that if you let them get going, you're going to be in for a long night. If you can get them early and get it down, get up on them and play tough defense, I think that is going to bode well, much more so for you than if you get them going early.
What's your big key tonight, Paul?
Well, we always have to handle the press, and I think defensively we need to continue to get better. I thought defensively against Southern Oregon we were good, great at times. We have to continue to not give up the baseline drive, the straight line drive, and then like you said, Mike, they'll jack it up, and if we aren't there on the catch on the 3, we're going to be in some trouble. So I think tonight last night in practice that we worked on the closeout on the 3, and trying to at least make them put the ball on the ground. I think those are keys.
Well, and the last thing, you're playing your 4th game in 8 days. Tomorrow will be 5 games in 9 days. I mean, talk about your preparation has to be a little bit different, knowing that you've played a lot of minutes on the court in a short amount of time.
Yeah, I told our girls, I was during a timeout of the men's game against Southern Oregon, I looked up and I saw our kids up in the stands there, and they looked tired. And so we gave them yesterday off. Our kids are such academic kids that they, you go on a road trip, get back at midnight, or they have an 8 o'clock class or a lab or something like that, and so they needed some rest. So we took yesterday off. We took Wednesday off, and I think that'll help get their legs underneath them. And we may have to expand the bench a little bit, play a few more kids, limit some minutes, especially on back-to-back nights. I think we can't ride Liv or Mad, Melissa for 38, 39 minutes. We're going to have to give them some breaks, especially with the Saturday night games as well.
I appreciate you stopping by, Paul. Let's go get a W and keep this thing rolling.
Thank you very much.
That's the head coach of the Lady Owls, Paul Poach. Bobby Thompson will join me when we come back. We'll talk about the history between these 2 teams, Multnomah and Oregon Tech, live here from Danny's house, 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Feeding and watering, building, tending, and mending, one foot in front of the other, day after day, season after season. At Coastal, we're proud to say we've walked a mile or 2 in boots just like yours. That's why our stores are stocked with everything you need by folks who care. Find your store or shop now at coastalcountry.com with shipments to your door, in-store, or curbside. We are Coastal, and we're just what the country needs.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
From our humble beginnings serving members from a small garage to today, serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together, we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Where you're more than just an auto loan or checking account, you're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
At Klamath Falls Toyota, you'll experience our goal to completely satisfy every customer, every day. Because our customers are like family to us. You'll also experience the teamwork of our professional and knowledgeable staff. They're authentic, caring, and the best in the industry. And when you choose from our great selection of new Toyotas or quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, you'll experience a process that's efficient, easy, and transparent. Experience amazing at Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
Think fun? Think Clamoya Casino. Win up to $500 cash and a 65-inch TV every Friday during Tune In and Turn On the Fun Friday drawings. Receive top-quality Black Diamond cookware just by earning points on Sundays. New items each week. Get up to 5 times bonus points on Wednesdays. Enjoy a great meal and comfortable hotel room after having fun at the casino. Stay and play at Clamoya Casino in Chiloquin, where winning comes naturally.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Klamath Falls Honda and Klamath Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob and I'm glad to know you.
There's a collision happening between science and innovation, environment and technology, thriving together in a place you might not have heard of. But the ones who discover us, they're the originators, working and learning in living labs that produce life-changing results and developing innovations that will change the next millennium. There's a collision happening. Be part of it. Be Oregon Tech.
Friends, back here at Danny Miles Court as we get set for action tonight between the Lady Owls and Multnomah University. Mike Safford and the Hall of Famer Bobby Thompson with you. And crucial games tonight, Bobby, for the Lady Owls. Games against teams below them in the Cascade Conference standings, and games that if the Lady Owls are going to contend for a home playoff game in the postseason tournament, they have to win.
Oh, absolutely, Mike. You can't these 2 games this weekend are must-wins for the Lady Owls. You absolutely cannot lose to a team below you, and a team that's right there with you. You got to beat those teams too.
These teams met in Portland back on New Year's Eve, and then remember we had that bus ride and made it back to Klamath 2 minutes before 2023 started. But it was a weird game in which both teams did not shoot the basketball extremely well. Tech held Multnomah to just 21% shooting on the night, allowed only 35 points, came away with a 23-point victory. But for Multnomah, they were missing 2 of their key players, as Rincan and also Mays did not play in that contest. That accounts for 23 points for them, and they're in the lineup tonight, and definitely will be someone that the Lady Owls are going to have to contend with.
You know, I've been watching them out here warming up, and it is amazing me. I say to myself, you're trying to tell me that's a team that is 5-15 on the year and 3-11? They probably buried about 25 out of 30 shots from anywhere from 10 to 20 feet, and it didn't matter where they were shooting from. Of course, you didn't have anyone guarding you. I understand that. But still, to make all those shots is amazing.
That's exactly right. Elsewhere around the league this evening, Lewis Clark State, they're at College of Idaho. Walla Walla earlier today, they lost at Eastern Oregon by 17, a lot closer than I thought that score would be. Southern Oregon is playing host to Warner Pacific also tonight. It'll be Bushnell. They are at home. They'll be taking on Northwest. And Evergreen, they are at Corbin. That's a big matchup if you're looking at the standings, because Evergreen's that team in that 8-9 slot trying to climb into a postseason spot.
Yeah, they are. And, you know, the one thing, Mike, and it's not tonight, but the one thing, the best game in women's basketball in the NAI on Saturday night is going to be LC State at Eastern Oregon, and that is really going to be something. LC State won by 2 in the first meeting when they played, and that was when EOU went for the 3. They went for the win and didn't make the shot. But I think with the addition of the girls from Corbin and everything, I think that gives them a decided advantage to maybe win by 4 or 5.
That is exactly right. We're glad that you could join us on our pregame report from here at Danny Miles Court. When we come back, our good friend Scott Allen will have our starting lineups and introductions, and we'll get set for basketball. It is Multnomah and the Lady Owls, and glad you could join us tonight here on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
Klamath Falls Toyota, you'll experience our goal to completely satisfy every customer, every day. Because our customers are like family to us. You'll also experience the teamwork of our professional and knowledgeable staff. They're authentic, caring, and the best in the industry. And when you choose from our great selection of new Toyotas or quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, you'll experience a process that's efficient, easy, and transparent. Experience amazing at Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
When you think fun, think Clamoya Casino. Win up to $500 cash and a 65-inch TV every Friday during Tune In and Turn On the Fun Friday drawings. Receive top-quality Black Diamond cookware just by earning points on Sundays. New items each week. Get up to 5 times bonus points on Wednesdays. Enjoy a great meal and comfortable hotel room after having fun at the casino. Stay and play at Clamoya Casino in Chiloquin, where winning comes naturally.
There's a collision happening between science and innovation, environment and technology, thriving together in a place you might not have heard of. But the ones who discover us, they're the originators, working and learning in living labs that produce life-changing results and developing innovations that will change the next millennium. There's a collision happening. Be part of it. Be Oregon Tech.
Of competition. Conduct that is always inappropriate is use of profanity, use of derogatory comments or intimidating remarks, singling out any athlete, coach, official, or team in any negative way, approaching any member of the officiating team at any time prior to, during, or after any contest. Oregon Tech would like to thank you for your cooperation. Now, good luck to both teams.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Oregon Institute of Technology and Danny Miles Court. Thank you for helping OIT celebrate 75 years of academic and athletic excellence. Tonight, the Multnomah University Lions face off with your Oregon Tech Lady Owls. Before we announce tonight's starting lineups, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Here are tonight's Lithia starting lineups. First, we welcome the visitors, fans, and families, Multnomah University, the Lions of Portland, Oregon. Starting at guard, a 5'2" junior from Millbrae, California, number 10, Kayla Stonebarger. At forward, a 5'10" graduate student from Portland, Oregon, number 11, Eliza Portis. At guard, a 5'9" senior from Van Nuys, California, 21, Delilah Rincat. At forward, a 5'10" sophomore from Iwa Beach, Hawaii, number 23, Kiana Ponce. At guard, a 5'7" graduate student from Orange, Connecticut, 24, Elise Graham. The Lions are coached by head coach Tim Beer. He's assisted by Dalen Parker and Kai Farrett. It's time to fly, Hooter fans! Here are your Lithia, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram Oregon Tech Lady Owls starting five. At guard, a 5'8" sophomore, Klatskanai, Oregon, two-time CCC Player of the Week, number 4, Olivia Sprague. At forward, the 6'2" junior, Gridley, California, number 11, Maddie Toe. And at guard, the 5'5" true freshman from Jackson, California, number 12, Gabby Gascon. And at forward, the 6'1" junior, battle-born, Elko, Nevada, 15, Alexis Elquist. And at forward, the 5'11" senior, Napa Vine, Washington, 31, Melissa Lee.
Our starters, as announced by our good buddy Scott Allen, Multnomah, it's Steinbarger along with Portis, Rincan, Ponce, and Graham. For the Lady Owls, same five they've had for majority of the season. Sprague, Maddie Toll, Gascon, Elquist, and Melissa Lee. For the play-by-play, the Hall of Famer, Bobby Thompson.
Hey, thank you, Mike Safford. And I'll tell you, the very bright pink and black uniforms with white numerals for the kids from Portland, Multnomah. And the winning tap goes to Oregon Tech. Gascon comes to the front line, and her pass is telegraphed, and stealing the ball, heading down the other way, and making the lay-in is Kayla Stonebarger, the 5'2" junior, and a little pressure in the backcourt. I hope that awakened the Owls on that bad pass to start the opening of this game. All right, out on top, Melissa Lee. Lee dribbles to the left-hand side, terminates, passes down low, inside, put it inside, up and in by Maddie Toe. And we're tied at 2, and now Tech is going to put on pressure in the backcourt themselves. Portis brings it across the timeline, gets it up, driving down and crashing over, and it's going to be a block Wow. I don't know about that one. A block on the play called on Alexis Elquist. And that will send Multnomah to the foul line. Coach Poach didn't agree with that call.
I think a lot of people did, but must have been getting straight to the middle of the body of the player on the side, I think was the call.
First shot on the way is good for Kiana Pons, the graduate student from Orange, Connecticut.
Should have been a three-point play. It should be tech ball.
Oh, see, I just saw her knocked it down. She made the basket,
Correct.
didn't she? Yeah.
Correct. So it should be tech ball underneath.
Yeah, it should. One free throw because
not a good start for the officiating crew.
It's not. Well, even for me, I was watching the knockdown. I was watching the contact and not where it went. Well, it's 5-2 in favor. Gascon tries to bring it across, and we've got a push. And the foul is going to go against Kayla Stonebarger, the little 5'2 guard who stole the opening pass of the game and went for a lay-in. And Tech now trailing. We'll put the ball back in with 9:10 remaining in the first quarter and trailing 5-2. Front court, Gascon goes to the right-hand side, driving down, and they give a pass inside. And losing the ball on the pass inside was Elquist, and they come the other way. Get the ball to the main player, Portis. Her shot hits the underside of the rim. Rebound, Melissa Lee. Lee, long pass ahead to Sprague. Sprague tracks it down in the corner. Now comes way out on top to Gascon. Gascon terminates her dribbles. They get the pass inside to Lee. Melissa Lee comes way back out and didn't have enough mustard on that, and it was partially tipped and picked up by Multnomah. Shot on the way, no good, taken by Graham. Tech the rebound, will come the other way. Into the front court comes the little one herself, Gascon. Now they get it way back out on top to Sprague. Long three ball. Good! Buried, and wow, Mike Safford, that was an NBA three.
At least an NBA three.
By Sprague to tie the game at 5. Holy cow, her first bucket of the game. Portis in the backcourt under pressure. Gets it in the front court to Stonebarger. Her pass is intercepted by Oregon Tech's Alexis Elquist. Come the other way with Gascon. Gascon dribbles way out on top. Gabby terminates the dribble, looks trying to get it to someone, now goes over to the Lee on the wing on the left, and now over to Elquist. Holds the ball over her head, dribbling down to 10 on the shot clock. Give it up to the three-pointer. Nice pass, and that one is intercepted, but Elquist now comes up with it, puts it off the glass, misses the lay-in. Rebound, Melissa Lee gets it out to Gascon for a shot. Oh, in and out, it went down, popped out, and the rebound goes to Multnomah. Up the far sideline is Stonebarger. Stonebarger gives it up, first time that Rincan has touched the ball. Gets it back out for a Portis three, and she buried it. Nice shot on the way, good passing and everything by Alicia Portis, the 5'10 grad from Portland, Oregon. And again, it's a three-point lead for Multnomah at 8-5. Tech, Lee with the ball out on top now to Sprague. Another three. Can she do it again? This one is off the iron, and the rebound is cleared off underneath, and coming to the front court with the ball is Rincan. Delilah dribbles it way out in front, guarded there by Lee. Now over on the left-hand side to Stonebarger. Stonebarger passes over on the right-hand side to Rincan. They get it down low, scramble for the ball. Looks like it's going to be a held ball here in a minute. No, they went away, went into the corner. Multnomah came up with it. And down underneath, they bounce it back out to Portis. Left side of the foul line for jump shot is good. And Mike Safford, all of a sudden, it's a 10-5 lead for Multnomah.
Sloppy basketball, both ends of the floor for both teams so far, but Multnomah's knocked down a couple shots.
All right, to the front court. Sprague has it, gives it up to Rincon. Rincon looks around, now goes left side to Lee. Long three by Melissa Lee, back of the iron, no good. Rebound cleared out of the air by Elise Grimm. And the grad student from Orange, Connecticut brings it into the front court. Still on the dribble, right side has the ball, stolen away from her by Lee. And it comes all the way down, give it up, shot on the way, no good. On the shot taken by Maddie Tull, it was blocked, and then it went off of Tull, and the ball will go back to Multnomah. Elquist comes out of the game. Gascon comes out of the game for Tech. Into the game for Tech in the meantime is Kennedy Tull, and also is Kaylee Elliott into the game. All right, pressure in the backcourt. Ball tipped away, and the ball is picked up by Maddie Tull. Tull gives the ball to Sprague. Sprague comes across the equator. Now gives it to Kennedy Tull. To Melissa Lee. Drives around. Now along the baseline to Maddie Tull. She goes in. Hook pass underneath to Kaylee Elliott. Misses a shot. No harm, no foul. Rebound Portis. Come the other way with Multnomah. The basketball and a 5-point lead. Get it on top to Rincan. Can't get around Lee. Now switches hand. Goes. Throws it up. Blocked by Lee. Good job by Melissa. Gives the ball up to Sprague. Sprague's pass ahead to Maddie Tull. Drives around Lee and good. It cuts the lead to 10-7. That was good ball movement, Mike.
And a great pass by Sprague that time. Located the open player. Made a smart low pass and got the field goal.
Ball front court once again. Down on the left-hand side. 3 ball. No good on the shot by Stonebarger. Rebound pulled off by Maddie Tull. Gives it up to the hustling Sprague, who comes down, and the pass is lost, and they say it's going to go to the Lions. It's tech ball, he said, but they're going to call a timeout. 4:44 remaining first quarter. Multnomah 10, Oregon State 7. We'll be back.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
From our humble beginning, serving members from a small garage, to today, serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together, we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Well, you're more than just an auto loan or checking account. You're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
As we come out of the timeout, Tech 3 of 8 from the field to start this one. Multnomah at 4 of 8. Lions with just 9 in uniform tonight, and they have stayed with their starting 5.
All right, ball comes in to Tull. That's Maddie. Out to Sprague. Olivia holds it, drives to the right side, backs it off. Portis daring her to shoot from there. Olivia almost lost the handle and did lose the handle on the ball. Stolen away from her, and now Portis did a good job. It's picked up by Rincan. Rincan comes to the front court. Will give it back out to Stonebarger. Stonebarger on the dribble. Now to Elise Graham. Graham drives to the left hand. Now gives it back to Portis. Portis will give it to Rincan for a long shot. In and out of the hopper. Rebound comes down into the hands of Kaylee Elliott. To the front court. Driving down now is young Tull. Put it up and in. Wow. The super soft and away from down where she came out from here. Gridley, California. And Kennedy Tull, her first bucket. Lead is cut by 1 to 10-9. Front court. Here come the Lions. Way out on top, Graham. Graham yo-yos the dribble. Now gives it up to Stonebarger. Stonebarger in turn hands the ball to Pons. Pons now to Portis again. Portis drives. And we're going to have... Wow, the two girls ran into each other. I must have missed something.
And Maddie Tull's going, what did I do? I didn't touch anybody.
She never touched anybody.
It was a lot like the call that happened against Maddie Tull, where she got called for a legal screen against Southern Oregon the other night, in which she was standing there, made no contact with anybody, and they called her for a block.
And she made no contact this time either. Not a good call by the official. All right, Rincan with it. Going to turn, try to put it up. No, but there is going to be... And the foul is going to go against Rincan. That may be makeup time. I don't know, as far as for the other call. But that other call made no sense. The two players collided. Oh, well. Onwards and upwards. Give the ball in, and Kennedy Tull will bring it up into the front court. Tull on the dribble. Gives it up to Sprague. Sprague still dribbling. Now goes right-hand side to Tull. Gives it over to Elliott, now back, driving down, tossing it up, off the back rim, no good. Kennedy Tull, then she tried to tip it over to a teammate. That didn't work. It went back over on the other side. And Shyla Mays, who came into the game, she is the leading scorer for Multnomah, but she comes off the bench most every game. All right, driving down into traffic, and then the ball goes out of bounds. And they say the ball belongs to Multnomah. So substitution for Oregon Tech coming in for the first time is going to be Jenna Wallace, and also into the games. I'm looking around trying to find her. Yeah, there it is over there. Now that I can see her. Shot on the way off the rim, no good. That was Ellie Kent that was over on the other side when staff pointed it out to me. Tech comes the other way now. Gascon came back in to the game, and we're going to have a foul, and it's going to be on Kayla Stonebarger.
It's going
and
to be 2.
For Stonebarger, that's her second personal foul in this ball game. 10-9 in favor of Multnomah with 2:36 remaining in quarter number 1. Basketball belongs in the forecourt to Oregon Tech. Kennedy Toll will take the ball out. Looks and does get it into Gabby Gascon. Gascon with it. Now back over on left side to Ellie Kent. Ellie Kent starts to drive, rolls to the hoop, puts it up. Oh, around and down and falls in. And Tech has the lead at 11-10. Taking a long time. They had a lead early, but now they are home ahead once again. Shot on the way, no good. Off target by Rincan. Scramble for the ball. Tech comes out with it. The little one herself. Out with the basketball is Gascon, front court. Over to Toll on the right-hand side, and that's Kennedy Toll. And Kennedy Toll threw it one place where no one was. And the ball will go back over with 2:03 remaining in the first quarter. Ball goes back over to the Multnomah Lions.
Well, the interesting thing on that play is they were trying to post up Jenna Wallace underneath. They were fronting Wallace, so Kennedy Toll trying to go over the top. Wallace then exchanged. Nobody was left there, and the ball went out of bounds.
So now into the front court. Thank you, Michael. Into the front court comes Multnomah. Long shot from the right side, and that is good. Nice shot for Elise Graham. It's a 3 ball, and they're back ahead now by 2 at 13-11 with 1:45 to go. Gascon gets the ball over to Ellie Kent. Kent now, they go on the far side. Give it up to Gascon along the baseline. Her shot no good. In and out. Rebound put back up. No good again on the rebound that was put back up by Kaylee Elliott.
Luckily the ball be Tech ball.
It's Tech ball, and there is 20 seconds on the clock. 1:29 remaining in the first quarter. Tech takes it out underneath. Bounce down low. Perfect pass. Perfect lay-in for Jenna Wallace. She's on the scoreboard, and we're tied at 13 with 1:20 remaining in quarter number 1. Ball quickly goes into the front court. Gibson, who came in during our last round, now they go out on top of it to Ellie Graham. I should say Elise Graham. Elise on the dribble, gives it up to Mays. Mays holds it. Her pass is intercepted by Gascon. They've got 2-on-1. Gabby Gascon wants to take it to the well. She is flattened on the play, and she'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Pair of Division I transfers on the floor for Multnomah. Mays played at one point at San Jose State, and Graham at one point played at Fairleigh Dickinson back in the Northeast.
Wow. That's what I told you, folks. The guy is very knowledgeable. He knows the old man couldn't remember it if he wanted to. So thank you, Michael Safford. And to the foul line is going to go Gabby Gascon. 89% on the season, second on the team at the foul line. And her first shot is good. That will give the Owls a 1-point lead. And right now, if she hits this one, what's our biggest lead, 2?
Biggest lead's been 2.
Yeah, and puts it right back up to 2 again for Gascon. She now has her first 2 points in the game. And under pressure, trying to get the ball in, is Multnomah, and they do so. Come over on left-hand side to Kylie Stevens, who's into the game now. And she'll give it up, and whoa, going through the middle, and a foul's going to be called against Oregon Tech on that. The foul is going to go against Olivia Sprague. And for Sprague, that's her first personal. And at the foul line to shoot 2 is going to be Elise Graham, the graduate student from Orange, Connecticut. Or no, wait, it is 24. It is Elise. From here where I'm sitting, all I could see first was a 2, and I said, wait a minute, that's not right. But yes, it was right. Stevens is number 2. She's in the game as well, but shot was good. Cuts the lead back to 1. Second shot also good. And Multnomah and Oregon Tech are tied at 15. As Oregon Tech with 45 seconds and 26 on the shot clock will bring it to the front court. Driving down, Sprague takes it to the well. Her shot is blocked right there, and the rebound is picked up underneath by Multnomah. With 32 seconds to go, she gets the ball over, and they get the ball back on to Shyla Mays. Mays jumps up, foul line extended right, and hits it. And it is now 17-15 in favor of Multnomah. 19 seconds to go. Tech can play for the last shot of the first quarter, trailing by 2. They get it out to Sprague, down to 10. Sprague with the dribble is going to pull it back out, now down to 8. Going to drive in, kick it over on the far side. Long 3 on the way by Elliott is no good. The ball tipped away, and it's going to go. It's going to end the first quarter of play. Kaylee Elliott's shot hit the back of the rim, went up the way in the air, did not come down in. First quarter call is over. Oh, wow. The Multnomah Lions leading Oregon Tech by a score of 17-15. Take a break and be back.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So it's right here.
For a limited time, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
At Papa Murphy's, we know family time is more important than ever. And our family wants to do all we can to help your family. So we're making it easier to get pizza made from scratch that you bake at home by offering online ordering everywhere and delivery and curbside pickup where we can. So you can keep family time as normal as possible. Papa Murphy's, we're in this together.
Tech in that first quarter, 6 of 16 from the field, 38% Bobby. Multnomah 6 of 13, 46% as Tech trails by a deuce.
All right, thank you, Mike. Multnomah puts the ball in play to get it out on top to Elise. Now she comes over on the near side to Gibson. Gibson back on top to Graham. Now the left side again to Pons. And we're going to have a push called against Oregon Tech's Caitlin Wright, the 5'8 freshman out of Burns, who came in to start the second quarter. Into the game for the first time. Ball still in the hands of Multnomah. They get it into Graham. Graham with the ball will give it up to Gibson. Now they go on the far side. Gibson takes a return pass. The ball slapped away and ends up being stolen by Gascon. She'll get over to Sprague, who'll bring the ball into the front court. Tech down 2 points as we start the second quarter. Gascon out in front, hands it to Sprague. Sprague way out on top. Dribbling, goes left-hand side with it to Ellie Kent. Now they come back out to Caitlin Wright. Shot on the way, Tech no good. Rebound comes down into the hands of Portis. She brings it into the front court. Gives it to Mays, back to Portis. Near side with it to Graham. Graham wants to back off, drive in, back off again. Now back out to Portis. Portis trying to get around, drive it to the hoop, puts it in. And the bucket is good, and the foul is going to go against Oregon Tech, and that foul will be called on Gabby Gascon. Boy, that is quite a difference in the size of Gascon and Portis. And now the biggest lead of the game for either team is 4 points by Multnomah. And Portis will try to complete the three-point play, and she does. Portis on the season, 64% at the foul line, averages 10 points and 8 boards a game, and they've got a 5-point lead over Oregon Tech. And the ball is lost in the front court, picked up again, and Mays will go down, try to shoot. No. Shot is blocked, but got her with the body, and the foul's going to go against Melissa Lee.
Sloppy basketball for Oregon Tech to start this quarter, Bobby. The fact that they're not being patient in bringing the ball across the timeline against that press. That time, Sprague dribbled right into the teeth of the double team.
And so to the line goes Shyla Mays. First shot is good. Mays 74% on the season, mainly off of the bench. 39 steals, 10 blocks. Complete player, Michael.
Definitely, you can see why she played at the Division I level.
Second shot also good, and all of a sudden Multnomah has a 22 to 15-point lead. This is not the same Multnomah we saw earlier.
9-0 run for the Lions.
You're right, we were tied at 15. Well, we were ahead.
15-13.
15-13.
They called a foul on a reach on Gibson as they were trying to, Melissa Lee was trying to split a double team, and that'd be a good thing if Tech could get into the bonus.
And over here, driving down, the wee one off the glass and down. I don't know how in the world Gascon could even see the basket, but she made that shot, and that stopped the bleeding of the 9-0 run. Cuts the lead back to 5 points at 22-17. Now they get to the ball, about a 17-footer straight on, and it is buried by Elise Graham. And Graham now has got 7 points in the game. Her teammate Portis has 8. And it's back to a 7-point lead. Bounce the ball back, and we have a kicked ball, so Tech will take it out again over by the Multnomah bench. Back into the game for Multnomah comes Rincan. And sitting down for Multnomah on the play will be Gibson. 24-17, Multnomah.
Multnomah team 38% shooting on the season. They're at 53% right now.
Looking good is what they are, and that's why they're ahead. Melissa Lee is tripped on the play by Shayla Mays.
Should be her second.
Second foul on Shyla. I should say Shyla Mays. Her second personal. 7:44 to go here in quarter number 2. And fans would normally say this is a very surprising, but this is not the same team that we played. Well, we didn't play real well even in Portland, but they're really playing well, Multnomah is, and you could just tell the way they were warming up, and they have a different feeling. Get the ball inside, and fouled on the play was Maddie Tull. And the foul is going to go against Delilah Rincan.
That's her second.
And she with 2 fouls. Caitlin Wright now comes out of the game, and back into the game for Oregon Tech is going to be Alexis Elquist.
Not a whole lot of flow here in this period.
No. All right. First shot on the way is perfect for Maddie Tull. Maddie in the game now has 5 points. And I do believe that she's the leading scorer for Tech with 5. The second shot is no good, and all pink shirts around there to grab the rebound, and it will be brought into the forecourt by Elise Graham. Graham with it, comes over to Rincan, back to Graham on top, now over to Shyla Mays, now in the middle to Portis. And Portis is going to throw it over the right-hand side, driving in, looking up, firing a ball up and in, and that shot was made by Kiana Pons. And it's back up to an 8-point lead. Front court comes Tech. Over on the right-hand side is Sprague. Now brings it way out on top. Sprague to the right side. Goes over to Melissa Lee for a 3-ball. Back iron no good. Rebound gathered in nicely by Pons. Gives it up to Graham, who bring it into the front court. Now they go in the middle. With the ball is Rincan over, shot on the way, no good. Rebound comes off, and here comes the wee one to the front court. That's Gascon. They give it over to Lee, takes another about a 15-footer. This one hits the side of the arm, goes straight up, and it will not come down. Tech gets the offensive board on a good effort there by Elquist. Now they give it back to Maddie. They say she dribbled it off her knee out of bounds, and the ball will go back into the hands of Multnomah. Sprague comes out of the game as Kennedy Tull comes into the game for Oregon Tech.
They're doing a great job of doubling Olivia Sprague at the high post, not allowing her to drive down the middle of the lane, and the only shot she's been able to take so far has been from outside the arc.
Now left-hand side, Pons with it. Now she switches, drives to the hoop, puts it up, rolls around. It's good, and they count the basket, and the foul is going to go on Oregon Tech's, the little one, Gascon. Gascon.
That's her third.
Has her third personal foul right here in the second quarter. Gascon called for the charge. Try to complete the three-point play, and they do, as it's put up and in once again by Pons. Pons now in the game has 8. They've got 8, 8, and 7 for their leading scorers, have 23 of their 29 points, and they have their biggest lead of the game at 11, Mike Stafford. Out on top with 3 fouls, Gascon gives it down to Kennedy Tull. She's tied up on there, and they're going to call it. The possession arrow will stay with Oregon Tech. Sprague comes back into the game for Oregon Tech, and they're going to get definitely wanted to get Gascon out of the lineup with her 3 personal fouls. We won't see her till the third quarter. But right now, Tech needs to get something going because they're just being totally outplayed in this game. Get it down low, put it up and in. Elquist with a great pass from Sprague. 29-18. So it was a 13-point lead. It's now cut to 11.
Should be 20.
Well, that's what I thought. They hadn't done something right. Now they still got 29-18 over to Sprague. I get confused, Mike, I think, and I look up at the score, and it still hasn't changed. Sprague way out on front on the dribble. Still the right-hand side. They still have not changed the score. Sprague takes a long 3 ball, in and out, no good. Rebound cleared off, and it goes into the hands of Elise Graham. Graham has the ball in the front court. Bring it over to the left-hand side. Rincan takes a return pass. Now out on top to Graham. Now over to Portis. She'll shoot from there, but she doesn't. Now on the left-hand side and putting up a 3 ball. Back iron no good on the shot by Pons. Rebound Tech, and here comes Sprague to the front court. 29-20 in favor of Multnomah. 4:37 remaining in quarter number 2. Now with the ball out on the left-hand side is Kennedy Tull. Kennedy Tull lobs inside to Elquist, and Elquist is mugged by Kaylina Gibson. Gibson will pick up the personal foul. And for Gibson, that is going to be her second foul. We got a timeout. 4:28 remaining in the second quarter. It is Multnomah 29, Oregon Tech 20.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them, and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
Back here at Danny Miles Court, the score is correct. Now it is 29-20. They finally got the board up. Also is confirmed 2 fouls on Gabby Gascon and not 3, so that's good news for the Lady Owls. And even better news, the fact that Alexis Elquist at the line to shoot a pair.
Elquist at the line, 70% foul shooter. First one good, the junior out of Elko, Nevada. Started her career at UNR in Reno. Second shot by Elquist. This one hits the back of the iron, bounces away, scramble for the rebound, and finally it is picked up by the ladies from Multnomah, and they bring it to the front court. Basketball and an 8-point lead. Right-hand side to Pons. Pons dribbles over to the left, put up a shot from about 14 along the baseline. That was no good by Rincon. Rebound cleared off by Oregon Tech, and to the front court Here comes Oregon Tech's leader of the pack, Sprague. Passes down low, and the ball is lost out of bounds by Melissa Lee. And Gascon comes in. Elquist comes out. But the basketball is evidently retained by Oregon Tech. Last touch by the Multnomah Lady Lions.
Actually, no, they're going to give it to Tech. Interesting.
Yeah. Get it inside. Now they come back out on top to Little Tull, as I call her. The sophomore now over to Lee. Lee backs her way in and loses the handle on the ball, but it's picked up nicely and saved by Kaylee Elliott. Long shot on the way, just hit the arm from NBA range by Kennedy Tull. Rebound goes to Multnomah. They come into the front court, get the ball into the hands of Elise Graham. Comes over to Portis. Portis with 8, Graham with 7, and also with 8 is Pons in this game for this team. From Portland, the Multnomah Lions. They wheel it around the outside, down along the baseline, pass it out. Oh, alertness, they get the ball, shot no good. They get the rebound, and now they dive for the ball. And it's going to be white ball, as they say that Portis went out with the ball out of bounds. And the ball will go back to Oregon Tech. Kaylee Elliott will get the ball into Gascon. Kennedy Tull, Maddie Tull, and Melissa Lee, the remainder of the players on the floor for Tech at this moment. Gascon on the dribble, gives the ball out on top, takes a return pass, looking down, going to throw up a prayer, and she's knocked to the floor. The basket didn't go, but she is going to be fouled on the play, and that foul is going to be called on Kiana Pons, the sophomore from Hawaii. Will pick it up, and this will send Oregon Tech's second leading foul shooter, Gabby Gascon, to the foul line. They say, well, who's the first? Well, that first leading shot on the way is good by Gascon. If you ask me that, you're going to hear the answer. There's Kaylee Elliott, who's 19 for 20 on the season, which is 95%. One more on the way. Good again. That's 4 at the line for Gascon. She's got 6 in the game. Kaylee Elliott comes out of the game, and back into the game for Oregon Tech is going to be Caitlin Wright, the 5'8 freshman from Burns. And the ball knocked out of bounds, and they say last touched by the defender. And, of course, the defender was Gabby Gascon. 2:51 remaining in the second quarter, 29-23 in favor of the Multnomah Lions. They have led almost every minute here in the first half and have outplayed Oregon Tech. No two ways about it. Driving to the foul line. Tech trying to really put the pressure on, and they have pretty good. And they're going to call an illegal screen. And that call is going to go against Stonebarger. Stonebarger will pick up he signaled 20, I guess, because I couldn't tell that. So
it'll be the third on Gibson.
Gibson gets her third foul. I couldn't see. I saw the 0, but didn't see the 2 on the other hand. All right, to the front court. Now they get it over to Lee on the right-hand side, way back out on top. The ball to Kennedy Tull. Now to Wright. Bounces down low to Maddie. Now out to Kennedy. Drives down, wants to split the stream and said no call. The ball goes out of bounds. No whistle, no nothing, but evidently last touch by the Lions will go back to Tech. 13 on the shot clock, 2:20 on the game clock, 29-23 Multnomah. Tech gets it into Maddie, into the corner for a 3-ball, over and off, no good by Wright. Melissa Lee, the offensive rebound, puts it up on a bank shot from the foul line. Cuts the lead to 29-25 with 2:08 to go. Trying to hustle the ball across. Multnomah does so. Get it out to Stonebarger. She will set up the play. She's the 5'2 junior from Millbrae, California. Left-hand side, the ball now to Pons. Now back to Stonebarger. Stonebarger tries to drive, scoop to the hoop. Does not get got glass is all. Melissa Lee the rebound over to Gascon on the left side. Now over to Kennedy Tull. Now back out to Gascon. Gascon to the dribble. Wants to drive down, kicks it back over to Kennedy Tull. Wants to drive in traffic. gets her own rebound, never touched. Now she throws it up, and she's hammered on the play by Kiana Pons, who will pick up the personal foul, and that will send Kennedy Tull to the foul line for 2 shots.
It'll be the second on Pons, so a lot of players for this Multnomah team starting to pile up fouls, and when you're not a deep team, that's a tough thing. But Tech, for as poor as they played here in this first half, they've been able to make a little run here late in the period and get themselves right back in this contest.
Kennedy Tull, 82% on the year, good free throw shooter, shot good.
Tech, the best foul shooting team in the league at 77%.
That's fantastic for a team as far as I'm concerned. Men are picking up the pace too. Second shot by Kennedy, good again. And the lead is cut to 2, and Kennedy Tull now in the game has 4 points. And we have a reach-in foul.
Timeout.
No, it's timeout. The way he looked, he was looking at Melissa Lee. She said, what, me? Timeout, 1:23 remaining in the second quarter. 29 for the Lions of Multnomah, 27 for the Lady Owls.
At Klamath Falls Toyota, you'll experience our goal to completely satisfy every customer, every day. Because our customers are like family to us. You'll also experience the teamwork of our professional and knowledgeable staff. They're authentic, caring, and the best in the industry. And when you choose from our great selection of new Toyotas or quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, you'll experience a process that's efficient, easy, and transparent. Experience amazing at Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
Feeding and watering, building, tending, and mending, 1 foot in front of the other, day after day, season after season. At Coastal, we're proud to say we've walked a mile or 2 in boots just like yours. That's why our stores are stocked with everything you need by folks who care. Find your store or shop now at coastalcountry.com with shipments to your door, in-store, or curbside. We are Coastal, and we're just what the country needs.
Despite shooting, Bobby, 35% from the field and turning it over 8 times here in the first half, Tech only down by 2 with 1:23 left, and Owls on a nice little run to get back into this contest.
Okay, thank you, Michael. Front court, here they come. Elise Graham has it, trying to pass it to someone, gets it to the little one. Now they come on left side, now they go around, Portis, they wing it around the outside, long 3 ball on the way, off the iron. Won't go, bounce twice. They get the offensive rebound. And putting the ball back up and in is Kaylina Gibson. Scores it. Kaylina Gibson now in the ball game has 3 points. And it's 31-27 with 51 seconds remaining in the first half. Sprague on the drive. Has it, gives it up to Maddie Tull. Wants to scoop it to the hoop. Shot no good. Oh my. Maddie was right there and just hung on the rim and fell off.
She was expecting contact and there wasn't any contact.
No, there was not. Stonebarger with the ball, and they're going to hold it. They've got a differential of about 12 seconds, shot clock, game clock. 27 left in the game and 12 on the shot right now, looks like. Driving down, going to the hoop, shot no good, but Maddie Tull's going to be called for a foul. Got her on top of the head.
2 on Maddie. Will be free throws for Portis.
Yeah, Portis will go to the line. Portis, fine player out of the Portland area. I think she played at Jefferson. And Maddie Tull will sit down, and coming back into the game for Tech is going to be Jenna Wallace. And Portis will go to the line with 21 seconds to go to shoot 2. First shot in and out. Wouldn't go for Portis. That's 31-27. I think that's her first miss at the line. Portis with 8 points in the game, one of the co-leaders. Both on their team with 8 points. Now she leads all scorers with 9, and it is a 5-point lead with 21 seconds and pressure in the backcourt put on by Multnomah. They are going to make Tech work to get the ball across. They do. They get it down low, get it back over in the corner, lost and out of bounds. Kennedy Tull absolutely lost the ball, and Tech has really been sloppy, Michael.
Way too many unforced errors tonight, and big possession here from Multnomah.
Multnomah by 5. They've got the ball. 6 seconds to go. Driving down. Ball tipped over in the corner. Now they come back out. They do get a shot off. And, it almost went, but it did not. And that'll end the first half of play. And what a surprise it is for Oregon Tech to find themselves playing Multnomah and trailing at the half 32-27.
Bobby, the biggest key with this one is just the fact that this is a Multnomah team that isn't the same. Without those two players in Portland, they really struggled in trying to come away with any sort of semblance of offense. Adding Mays and adding Rincan to the lineup, they've really been able to pick up the intensity on the defensive end. But in the same sense, Tech's done a good job of being able to minimize the minutes that a lot of the starters have. You don't see Sprague out there the whole time. You didn't see Matty Toll out there the whole time. And maybe that will play a factor in the second half in terms of playing at 4,340 feet elevation.
Mike, how do you think? Our play in the first half, though, was extremely sloppy. The unforced errors and everything. I know that we're going to take a look right here, and we're going to see as far as turnovers, first half Multnomah has 8 turnovers, and we have 9.
Exactly, and a lot of it also is, and think about this as a competitive psyche, from the standpoint that you played a team that you allowed 35 points in a game. Do you come into that game going, oh, hey, this is going to be a cakewalk? Or are you going, okay, we're going to go punch them in the gut and go and play really hard? Could be a little both. The fact that maybe they underestimated Multnomah, or the fact, just the fact they just played 72 hours in a very physical, hard-fought game against Southern Oregon. Well, Multnomah was resting up during that time. A lot of different factors. The big factor, the fact that Oregon Tech's only trailing by 5, it could be a lot worse.
Yeah, it could. It could be a heck of a lot worse, but I would say Multnomah has probably, out of the 2 quarters out of 20 minutes, I would say Multnomah's been ahead 17 of them.
They had the lead for the majority of this game, and it was that big 13-2 run that got them that large edge there in the second quarter, but Tech was able to win it down to 2 at one point and are within 5 here at halftime. Again, at the break, it's Multnomah leading the Lady Owls 32-27. Bobby and I will have our halftime report next on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
From our humble beginnings serving members from a small garage to today, serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Well, you're more than just an auto loan or checking account. You're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
At Papa Murphy's, we know family time is more important than ever. And our family wants to do all we can to help your family. So we're making it easier to get pizza made from scratch that you bake at home by offering online ordering everywhere and delivery and curbside pickup where we can. So you can keep family time as normal as possible. Papa Murphy's. We're in this together.
Feeding and watering, building, tending, and mending, one foot in front of the other, day after day, season after season. At Coastal, we're proud to say we've walked a mile or two in boots just like yours. That's why our stores are stocked with everything you need by folks who care. Find your store or shop now at coastalcountry.com with shipments to your door, in-store, or curbside. We are Coastal, and we're just what the country needs.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
For a limited time, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Glad you could join us here at halftime from Danny Miles Court. Mike Sanford and the Hall of Famer Bobby Thompson with you as Multnomah leads the Lady Owls 32-27. Tomorrow, it'll be a 3 o'clock tip-off here at Danny Miles Court as the Lady Owls will take on Warner Pacific. The crazy thing, Bobby, to think about the fact tomorrow, after tomorrow, only 2 more home games in the regular season for both the men and women's teams here at Oregon Tech.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and the season has gone rapidly. You know, it really has. It's been a frustrating season for the men, and the women have done pretty well. But even at times for the women, it's been frustrating.
But in the end, the fans come out to Danny Miles Court regardless, and boy, it's great to see so many people here. If you're still thinking about coming out to the men's game tonight, wear a white shirt. Me and Bobby didn't get the memo. They're hoping to give away some stuff to folks wearing white tonight. And we were hoping to get some white T-shirts to give away, but it was a little too late to do so. So if you're on your way out, make sure to wear white to the ball game. Bobby and I would have tried to. I don't look good in white, so I wouldn't have worn it regardless. I know BT's got a couple white T-shirts that he might, or white polos.
Even a couple of polos, pretty nice and everything.
Hey, Steve Matthews got the memo, though.
Yeah, he got the message. He's got an Oregon Tech white shirt that he has. So we're probably, the nice thing is they're only, he and Mike Gerard about the only 2 in white on press row.
Exactly. We
never got the memo.
We fit in with everybody else.
Yeah.
32-27 is our score at halftime. As we look at the first half numbers, Lady Owls shoot just 33%, 9 of 27. They were 1 of 8 from three-point range. In fact, they made their first 3 and then missed their last 7 in that period. And Tech 8 of 10 from the foul line. Multnomah at 44% for the first half, 11 of 25, 2 of 7 from 3 land, and they made 8 of 9 free throws. Rebound edge to Oregon Tech, 19-15, including 6 offensive rebounds that turned into 6 second chance points. But it's turnovers that has given Multnomah the lead. They turned it over 8 times themselves, but forced 9 Oregon Tech turnovers that cashed in to 10 first half points for the Lions. Individually, Tech had a multitude of players score, but not much in terms of production. Gascon with 6, 5 for Maddie Toll, 4 off the bench from Kennedy Toll. They got a 3 from Olivia Sprague. They got 3 from Alexis Elquist, and they got 2s from Lee, Ellie Kent, and Jenna Wallace. Sprague just 1 of 5 from the field. 3 points, 2 assists, no steals, 1 rebound, so not a great first half were the leading scorer in the Cascade Conference. Multnomah led by Alasia Portis. She had 9 points and a team best 4 rebounds. Ponce had 8, 7 for Elise Graham. Mays off the bench, she had 4, but she had to go back to the bench with 2 fouls, and then a 2 for both Stonebarger and for Gibson. And fouls could be a key for Multnomah. They played just 8 players in the first half. 5 of them have 2 or more fouls. Stonebarger, Rincan, Ponce, and Mays all with 2. And Kalena Gibson has herself 3 fouls. That could come into play as Multnomah does not have a deep bench. We're at halftime, 32-27. Multnomah has the lead here on the road. Come back, we'll look at the other scores from around the Cascade Conference as halftime rolls on here from Danny Miles Court.
At Klamath Falls Toyota, you'll experience our goal to completely satisfy every customer every day. Because our customers are like family to us. You'll also experience the teamwork of our professional and knowledgeable staff. They're authentic, caring, and the best in the industry. And when you choose from our great selection of new Toyotas or quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, you'll experience a process that's efficient, easy, and transparent. Experience amazing at Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
There's a collision happening between science and innovation, environment and technology, thriving together in a place you might not have heard of. But the ones who discover us, they're the originators, working and learning in living labs that produce life-changing results and developing innovations that will change the next millennium. There's a collision happening. Be part of it. Be Oregon Tech.
Feeding and watering, building, tending, and mending, 1 foot in front of the other, day after day, season after season. At Coastal, we're proud to say we've walked a mile or 2 in boots just like yours. That's why our stores are stocked with everything you need by folks who care. Find your store or shop now at coastalcountry.com with shipments to your door, in-store, or curbside. We are Coastal, and we're just what the country needs.
From our humble beginnings serving members from a small garage to today, serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Where you're more than just an auto loan or checking account, you're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
At Papa Murphy's, we know family time is more important than ever. And our family wants to do all we can to help your family. So we're making it easier to get pizza made from scratch that you bake at home by offering online ordering everywhere and delivery and curbside pickup where we can. So you can keep family time as normal as possible. Papa Murphy's, we're in this together.
Knocking off Walla Walla 79-66. That was in LeGrand. Also a final. Lewis Clark State outlasts College of Idaho 62-59. See if I had a chance to tie it and send it to overtime at the buzzer, but missed that shot. The other games in progress right now. Early third quarter, Southern Oregon leading Warner Pacific 34-29. Also midway through the third quarter, Corbin and Evergreen are tied at 38. And early third quarter, Bushnell leading at home against Northwest 35-23. And I got to give a shout out to your alma mater, Bobby. Last night it was the KU Pelicans knocking off arch rival Canal Bowl rival Mazama 49-45. Ed Case, the dad, former Oregon Tech star, Liston Case, led the way to help the the Pels to the big rivalry win, and they're 2-0 in conference play in the Skyline.
That's good. Yeah, and you know, when I was in school, it was Klamath Union, Henley, and we were 1A, they were 2A, and after that, the B team was Sacred Heart.
Yep.
Okay, we get ready to start quarter number 3. 32-27 is the score in favor of Multnomah, and Multnomah will have the first shot, taking the ball out over far from us. Looking across, they get the pass in, and with the ball out on top is Stonebarger. Stonebarger goes left-hand side with it to Rincan. Now they go into Portis in the middle. Portis back to Rincan. Rincan turns around, whirls in the lane, puts it up, got the glass, that's all. Ball comes down into the hands of Melissa Lee. Gets it ahead to the little one, Gascon. Now over to Sprague. Now they wheel it around the outside. Lee has it. Now back to Gascon. Gascon looks in, can't get it inside. Gascon's going to drive, hands the ball to Matty Tull. Wants to drive baseline, turn, left-hand shot, good. Matty Tull from about 5 feet. Hits it, and that will cut the lead to 3 at 32-29. And back to the front court one more time comes the Multnomah Lady Lions. Way around the outside. Long 3 ball on the way, in and out, no good by Rincan. Rebound Tech. Come the other way. Gascon comes straight down the middle. Back out on top, driving down just inside the foul line. Out to Gascon for a 3 off the front of the iron. Rebound comes right into the hands of Rincan. Comes the other way, racing down. Pull up foul line jump. No. Gets her own rebound and bounces it right into the hands of Melissa Lee. Lee gives it up to Gascon. Gascon out on top. Hands it now to Sprague. She launches a 3. Back iron, no good. And we've got a jump ball called. Possession arrow will stay with Oregon Tech. And looking to take the ball out for Tech is going to be Elquist. Elquist looking to get it in. Still looking into Gascon. Gascon top of the key, now over to Sprague. Sprague passes in to Matty Tull, laid off the glass and down. 4 points hit right to start the second half, and 9 in the game now. Great pass on the play by Sprague, and Tech only trails by 1, 32-31.
As close as they've been since we were tied at 15.
Now on the drive, get it way back out on top to Graham over on left side. Graham takes a return pass, lobs it into Portis. Portis turns, wants to drive, crashes through it. A block is going to be called. And the question is it going to be, they're going to give it to, I'll be darned. Interesting to me, Mike, that the block goes to Matty Tull. And, of course, on the same play, Melissa Lee hits the deck.
I have a problem with the fact that you call the foul when a player lowers her shoulder and head is down.
You're right.
Heads up, same play, have no problem with that foul.
Tull comes out with 3 fouls after she'd made 4 points or more. Portis' shot is good. I agree wholeheartedly, Michael.
You've got to be under control. You can't just roll through the lane.
And she certainly was not, just even make it a no call. Lee comes up with the ball to come the other way. Melissa on the dribble here right in front of us. Changes hands, goes down. Oh, bounced it in nicely to Jenna Wallace, but they're going to call a personal foul against Portis. And on Portis, that will be her second personal, I do believe. Will it not? Or is it just her first?
Should be the first on
just
Portis.
Her first. Okay, that's right. You run that clock, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, just checking. Get the ball in to Jenna Wallace. She wants to roll to the hoop, missed the shot. Lee gets the offensive board, gets it back out to Sprague, drives in, little 10-footer, Sprague, good. Olivia now with 5 points, and Tech has tied it at 33. What'd you say the last tie was at 10?
15-15.
15-15. Okay, front court they come. Way out on the right-hand side now is Elise Grimm. Out on top to Mays. Mays with the ball. Mays gives it back to Elise Grimm. Comes over, gives the ball, driving to the foul line with it. Now they give it back to Shy. Mays, and Mays' shot is short, goes out of bounds. Air ball as you hear some of the crowd hollering out. It was shot from about 21 and went about 18. Tied at 33. Tech can have their first lead, I think, almost since it was
15-13.
15-13. They went on that big run on us, and we finally got back. Here goes Sprague, going to drive to the well. Oh, my! Underhanded with the right hand from the left side, up and in, and Tech leads it by 2. Great play by Sprague. She's now got 7 to lead Tech in scoring at this point now. Portis comes to the front court, gives the ball to Mays. Mays puts up a foul line shot, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and they're going to say it was last touch by Multnomah. And Oregon Tech will put it back in play, leading by 2 here in the third quarter.
Much more energy by the Lady Owls here in the second half.
You know, and you also wonder if it's taken its toll, even coming out for the second half, on the shortness of a bench for the Lady Lions. All right, Gascon comes to the front court. Gabby drives, puts up a 10-footer. It only goes 9. Rebound comes down to Elquist. She turns around and puts it in.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
37-33. Tech. What's the run? 6-0 now?
I'm doing my math. 10-1, Bobby.
10-1. That's better math yet. Over on the right side to Graham. Graham wants to drive, lowers her shoulder, no harm, no foul, throws up a prayer, clear over the basket. Rebound to Lee, ahead to Gascon, long pass down to Wallace, give it to Sprague, lay it in. And it's 39-33, and Tim Berry's going to want a timeout right after they get over the court. Timeout, Multnomah. 5:49 remaining in the third, and now you know we have a crowd, don't you, folks? First time you've known it. 39-33, Tech.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. It's the third year.
For a limited time, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
At Klamath Falls Toyota, you'll experience our goal to completely satisfy every customer, every day. Because our customers are like family to us. You'll also experience the teamwork of our professional and knowledgeable staff. They're authentic, caring, and the best in the industry. And when you choose from our great selection of new Toyotas or quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, you'll experience a process that's efficient, easy, and transparent. Experience amazing at Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
Huge start to the second half for Oregon Tech. The Lady Owls have made 6 of 10 from the field, while Multnomah has missed, Bobby, their first 6 shots.
All right, Multnomah will take the ball out. Tech leads it by 6, their biggest lead of the game. Portis has it at the top of the key. Dribbles to the right-hand side, gives it up to Graham on the old Santa Clara weave. Now the ball's stolen by Gascon. Gabby comes down, wants to put it up off the glass, and down for Gascon. And they say she's fouled on the play, I do believe. And the foul is going to go against Stonebarger. Stonebarger picks up her 3rd personal foul, and Tech's lead is now 8. And you can almost sense the wheels coming off the wagon of the Multnomah Lions. Gascon at the line. She has 8 points in the game. Puts it up, and she has 9 to tie Sprague for high honors for Tech now, 9 apiece. And Tech leads it by 9.
Maddie Toll also with 9.
3 9s, that's 27 of their 42 right there. All right, out on top, Pons on the dribble. Gets it back over to Rincan. Her 3 ball is good. First big ball of the second half for Multnomah. Cuts the lead back to 6 at 42-36. Lead drives in. Oh, my golly. She was point blank, missed that lay-in, but she did have, it was contested.
I thought there was a little body on that.
Yeah, you're right. Little push. Push, no call. All right, driving down and rolling to the hoop. Shot no good, taken by Stonebarger. Rebound comes off in the hands of Elquist. Tech comes the other way. Left-hand side, Melissa Lee now gives it to Sprague. Back in the corner to Melissa. Drives baseline, backs her way in. Turns, wants to throw it up. Ball blocked right out of her hand, and they'll come the other way. Into the front court comes Graham. Now out on top to Portis. Portis wants to drive. She's quick. She's going to go to the hoop, throw it up off the glass. Won't go. Rebound cleared off by Elquist. She will give it up ahead to Gascon. pass down to Melissa Lee. Underneath, put it up, score it. And Melissa Lee has 4 in the game now. 44-36 Tech. Back to the front court comes Multnomah. They do not want to get into racehorse basketball with the Lady Owls with their limited roster and the speed of the Texters. Over on the left wing. Now they come back out on top. Shot from there. Rincon. Oh, good. Hits another. Rincon's keeping them in the ball game, Michael.
That was a great little jump shot there.
Yes, it was. And it's
44-36.
Rincon's got 5 in the game now. 44-38 the score. 3:50 go left in the third. Long 3 ball from the corner. Melissa Lee, another 3 from the corner for Lee. She's had 1, I think, each of the last 4 or 5 games. Tech back to a 9-point lead, 47-38. Multnomah front court, long shot on the way. No good off of the iron by Stonebarger. Rebound comes down to Tech. Elquist gives it ahead to Gascon. Gabby over to Sprague. Sprague wants to drive, put in a floater in the lane, but there was a, what was called? Travel, thank you. All of a sudden I knew the basket was negated. I guess it's usually going to be a travel. And it was travel by Sprague. And with that, we got a timeout. 3:24 remaining third quarter, 47-38 Tech.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
When you think fun, think Clamoya Casino. Win up to $500 cash and a 65-inch TV every Friday during Tune In and Turn On the Fun Friday drawings. Receive top-quality Black Diamond cookware just by earning points on Sundays. New items each week. Get up to 5 times bonus points on Wednesdays. Enjoy a great meal and comfortable hotel room after having fun at the casino. Stay and play at Clamoya Casino in Chiloquin, where winning comes naturally.
Couple changes for the Lady Owls coming out of the break. Ellie Kent back into the lineup, and Maddie Toll with 3 fouls has checked in. And also back off the bench is Graham for Multnomah.
Thank you, Michael. And here comes Stonebarger into the front court, the little guard out of Millbrae, California for Multnomah. Now they get the ball into Portis. She's got to go to work. Turn, put it up left-handed, roll around. Will not go. Tough roll for Portis on that one. Comes down, and here comes Gascon. Get it out to Kaylee Elliott. Now back to Gascon. Gascon being chased over. Now they get it over to Ellie Kent. Now to Kennedy Toll. And a whistle and a foul is going to be called against Gascon.
That one, I think she was getting frustrated because she was getting ridden the whole way by Stonebarger, and a lot of contact. Nothing was being called, so she gave a little push back. Of course, the officials are going to see that second one.
And you see the eyes of Mike Safford. He picks all this stuff out, folks. Turn around, Rincon shot is no good, and foul's going to go against Ellie Kent.
Elsewhere around the league right now, Bobby, end of 3, Southern Oregon and Warner Pacific are tied at 43. Evergreen leading at Corbin 48-43, and Bushnell with a 19-point lead on Northwest.
Well, thank you, Michael. That Southern Oregon that's a surprise, just like ours was for the first half.
It's a much improved Warner Pacific team. Picked up their first win a couple weeks ago against Northwest.
Rincon missed both foul shots. Rincon did. And Tech the rebound, come the other way. Gascon goes over to Kent on the right-hand side, dribbles through, go to the hoop, put it up and in. Ellie Kent, I tell you, no way were you going to stop Kent as she rolled to the hoop. The freshman out of Bend. And it is an 11-point lead, 49-38 Tech. Out on top, Stonebarger to the right-hand side. Now they get the ball down into the middle. Rincon turns, shot no good, rebound. Corralled underneath by Tech, and they'll come the other way. They give it up to Gascon, who comes to the front court. This time they do call the foul on Stonebarger.
That'll be her fourth.
And that's her fourth. They did. And to Gabby, you can see Thank heavens, she said. I'm bruised. I'm battered. I need
now
help.
she can't play with that same kind of intensity on the defensive end because she does. That's it for her.
Yeah. Yes, that would be definitely it for Stonebarger. All right, get it into Maddie Toll. Kind of a sloppy pass by Maddie, but we get it back anyway. Over for a three ball that was just short. Just didn't quite get there. Now the ball is knocked over and goes out of bounds, and we'll see if they're going to give it back to Oregon Tech again. And nope, they're going to give it to Multnomah. Of course, the crowd's not going to be happy even if it was right. But the ball will go to him. Coach Poach is loosened up here a little bit now in the second half, having some fun.
Ponce back in. She'll replace Stonebarger, so a little different unit for Multnomah.
And coming to the front court is Elise Graham. Graham gets it on the right-hand side to Pons. Now they go back over to the left, driving down in the middle, and we've got a whistle and a foul.
Should be on Kennedy Toll.
And Kennedy Toll will pick it up, and on Toll, that is going to be
her first
foul of the ball game.
Fourth on Tech this quarter, so next one will put them over the limit.
They do have the 11-point lead, which is good, after trailing almost every minute of the first half. Came out strong in the second. All right, put the ball in play. Gibson gives the ball up to Graham. Now a long three by Portis is good. It's only a 2-foot on the line. 49-40 the score. Now driving down all the way to the hoop is Gascon, and she is going to be fouled on the play, and the foul will go against Kiana Pons, and that will be 3 on Pons.
Just a little hesitation dribble by Gascon, and did a good job of getting herself to the basket. She's found her way to the line tonight, already 5 free throw attempts.
And now she's 6 for 6. She'll have one more. Lead is 50-40 in favor of Tech, 1:24 remaining in this quarter. It's been a big third quarter for Oregon Tech. Both shots are good by Gabby. She's got 11 in the game. And Gascon will come out of the game. Sprague comes back in the game. Good game, Mike, for Gabby.
Exactly, and a good rest for Olivia Sprague. She played much better there in the third quarter, but getting a few less minutes tonight, which is huge for tomorrow.
Graham comes to the front court. Now they give it up to Rincan. Rincan is going to be called with the charge as she knocks Ellie Kent to the floor.
3 on Rincan.
Yeah. Kelly, I get the, it's just kind of funny to look at some of these girls, so excited, to draw that charge and everything. And poor Tim Berry on the over bench over there, Tim Berry, he's saying, no, that was not a charge. But what can you do? All right, Tech front court. Down in the corner. Now they get it out on top to Kennedy Tull, into her sister, Maddie, and she runs right into a twosome. And what are they going to call? They're going to call
it's either going to be a walk. It's going to either be a walk or a foul, one of the two.
Yeah, it's either a walk, and it's going to go as a walk.
I knew it was going to be one or the other.
So it is a walk, and the ball will go back over to Multnomah. Lions happy about that one. All right. Elise Graham to the front court. Elise drives down along the baseline, tosses it up, no, and the foul's going to go against Kennedy Tull.
And here's the funny thing, is that the right call? 100%. But we've seen it at this end on Sprague when she's driven, when you've seen it with Gascon when she's been driving, and they haven't called the same foul. And so, it's a difficult thing to sit there and go defensively going, okay, against us, they're not calling that, so we're going to try to do that defensively the opposite way, and you don't get that call.
Kennedy Tull comes out of the game. First shot on the way is good by Elise Graham, and she is replaced by Chelsea Ching, the 5'6" freshman from Folsom, California, into the game for Tech. Second shot by Graham, in and out, no good. Rebound cleared off by Kaylee Elliott. She'll give it up to Sprague, who will bring it to the front court. 30 seconds and 23 on difference of 7 seconds. Shot clock, game clock. Sprague on the drive, backs it off now. She's going to run the clock down. Tech with a 10-point lead. Sprague wants to drive, passes off to the left. 3-ball on the way, and it's good by Ching. Ching the 3, give the assist to Sprague, and Ching is just beside herself that she made that. She struggled with the 3. Long 3 going the other way is no good. That'll end the third quarter. And at the end of 3, it's Oregon Tech 54, Multnomah 41. We will be back.
From our humble beginnings, serving members from a small garage, to today, serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together, we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Where you're more than just an auto loan or checking account, you're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
At Klamath Falls Toyota, you'll experience our goal to completely satisfy every customer, every day. Because our customers are like family to us. You'll also experience the teamwork of our professional and knowledgeable staff. They're authentic, caring, and the best in the industry. And when you choose from our great selection of new Toyotas or quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, you'll experience a process that's efficient, easy, and transparent. Experience amazing at Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
Oh, he's got one. Poach. Hey, way to go, Coach. Chelsea Ching is so funny.
Back here at Danny Miles Court, third quarter numbers individually. Multnomah just 3 of 15 from the field. Tech in that third quarter, 10 of 17. That's why they've got the lead.
More like Tech. And they would go now to the next quarter, the final quarter. The ball into the hands of Multnomah. Elise Graham with the ball way out on top. Now goes in the middle, driving to the well. Portis missed the lay-in. They get the rebound underneath. They put it back up. No good. Again, this one's tapped out by Elquist.
I think it's going to be a foul.
And they're going to call a foul. But he said number 10. It's going to be on Ching. 54-41 Oregon Tech. 13-point lead, largest of the game. Ball out to Portis. Portis directing traffic out in the front where she wants people to go. Now getting ready, bounces over the right side to Graham. Graham drives in, puts it off the glass and down. Elise Graham cuts the lead to 54-43. Sprague now comes out of the backcourt for Oregon Tech. Gives the ball up. Now back over to Sprague. Sprague still on the dribble. Now drives down the middle, wants to throw it over. Ching for another 3. This one goes off the arm, bounces away. Rebound put up and in. Underneath by Ellie Kent. Kent now in the game has got 6 points.
Good box out by Ellie Kent. Just went up strong despite being one of the smaller players down on the block.
And now into the front court. Pons goes over in the corner to Portis. Portis wants to drive, twirls, shot blocked, but got her with the body.
I think it's going to be Elquist.
And the foul is going to go on Alexis Elquist. Ching comes out of the game, back into the game now for Oregon Tech. Comes Gabby Gascon. Out of the game for Tech comes Ellie Kent. And back into the game. Was that Melissa Lee then
Melissa
that came
Lee,
back in? Had to be, yeah.
So Tech has their starting 5 back on the floor here with 8:39 left here in the fourth quarter.
Shot on the way, Porter, short off of the iron. Rebound tapped around. And it finally comes into the hands of Maddie Toll. Gets it over to Gascon to the front court. Gascon, now they go down to Lee in the corner. Melissa drives to the foul line. Backs it off to Sprague. Sprague launches a 3-ball. Good. Sprague with the 3-ball. It's now 59-44. And Sprague now has a dozen in double figures again.
22nd straight game.
And now driving down low and wanting to put it up. We're going to have a foul. Is it going to be Elquist or Lee? It's going to be one of them.
Should be Elquist. What are they calling Lee? Interesting. I was thinking it was going to be Elquist that was going to get the whistle because she was set to try to draw a charge, and then just in the last second,
moved.
Twisted.
Yeah. Well, Elquist comes out of the game, and into the game for Tech comes Caitlin Wright. And at the line to shoot 2, and the first shot is good, and that is going to be Rincan. Rincan now in the game has got 6. Second shot in and out will not go. Rebound comes to Caitlin Wright. Gives it up to Gascon. Gascon back to Wright. Wright gives it to Sprague. Sprague way out on top again. Comes to the near side to Lee. Now back to Sprague. Lobs it to Lee. Rolling to the hoop. It won't go, but she's fouled on the play and will shoot 2. And the foul is going to be called on Delilah Rincan.
That's 4 on her.
And she has 4 fouls. She's first party with 4, is she?
Stonebarger has 4 as well.
That's right. She was taken out of the game quite a while ago with 4.
Lee already with 10 rebounds to lead Tech, trying to inch her way towards a double-double.
First shot is no good by Melissa. She's got 7 points in the game and her 10 rebounds. On the season, Lee is 73% at the foul line. Last year she shot just a tad under 80. Missed them both.
Now they're going to call a lane violation on Portis, so we'll get another chance at it.
I was wondering. I saw no one move at all, so all I could see was Poach and this official.
Portis was way early, and everybody's laughing, knowing, okay, if it doesn't go, we're going to stay here. Nobody even tried to box
No,
out.
they didn't. I see. You got to see all that. Second shot good, makes 1 of 2, gives her 8 points in the game. A bucket here before she comes out of the game will give her a double-double. All right, front court with the ball. The Lions of Multnomah. Rincan gets it over here, driving down as Portis. Drives down, lay it up, count the basket. The foul's going to...
No, they're calling charge.
Okay, well, she did. She ran over Caitlin Wright, right?
Actually, it was Sprague that took the charge.
Sprague took the charge.
Great job by Olivia.
Okay.
She got flattened.
See, I think I'm watching a different game. Okay, here we go. To the front court we come. Caitlin Wright has the ball. And she telegraphed the pass, and it was intercepted immediately by Pons. And now her pass is intercepted by who else? The little one, Gascon. Now out on top, Sprague comes over here to Gascon. Gascon looking, bounces it right in off the knee of the opponent or the foot, and the Tech will take the ball out. 60-45 Oregon Tech with 7:12 remaining in the game. Caitlin Wright will take the ball out. Melissa Lee a bucket short of having a double-double. They get it into Sprague. Sprague has the ball, drives baseline, want to put it up. No, and no how. No foul, good block in there. Lee goes after the ball and is tied up, but what great hustle by Melissa Lee. And the possession arrow will keep the ball with the Lady Owls. Caitlin Wright will take the ball out.
11 on the shot clock as it did not reset.
So Wright with the ball, bounces it in, and once again blocked out, get it into Maddie Tull. Kicks it out, Caitlin Wright over to Lee. Can she make that one? No, it's over and off. And the rebound is cleared off by Multnomah, and that is Gibson. Gibson gives the ball up to Graham. Elise now over on the left-hand side. Gives it to Pons. Pons wants to drive with the ball. Now hands it to Portis. Portis passes it over the left side. Back to Rincan, or back over, I should say. Yeah, it is Rincan. Rincan now back with the ball to Pons. Put the shot up, no. Rebound, Maddie Tull. 6:25 and counting. Tech with a comfortable 15-point lead. Get it at the foul line. Caitlin Wright shot from there, no. Put up a brick just the left side of the iron, not even close. And they come back the other way with Rincan. Rincan bounces it down along the baseline. Little 8-footer over and off on the shot taken by Gibson. Rebound to Tech, and they'll come up the other way with Sprague. Olivia to the front court. 6 minutes remaining in the ball game. And a foul is going to be called against Alicia Portis. Picks up the personal foul. That will be her third. And that will be the third. Each team with 3 fouls this quarter. Sprague sits down. Also sitting down is Caitlin. Caitlin Wright sat down. And so back into the game came Little Tall. And also back into the game
Ellie Kent.
Came Ellie Kent again. Now back out on top. Long 3 ball on the way. Back of the iron, no good by Kennedy Tull. Her sister gets the rebound. They give it back out to Kennedy Tull again. Kennedy Tull drives to the foul line. Gets a pass over here. Pass inside to Maddie Tull. Not a good pass. They scramble for it. They're still scrambling on the floor. They're going to...
Should go to Multnomah after all.
Multnomah will get the possession arrow. Will go by to Multnomah. But I tell you, mad struggle on the floor. Now back into the game, playing with 4 fouls is going to be Stonebarger. Gibson goes out. For Oregon Tech back into the game comes Elliott. Kaylee Elliott will come in. And Melissa Lee is going to go out. So Lee sits down, probably, may or may not come back in, but for Melissa Lee to have her 8 points and 10 rebounds, good ball game.
Very good ball game. Also a couple steals and a blocked shot.
All right, into the front court comes Graham. Elise Graham with the ball. Gives it out on top, on the dribble, pull up, long 15-footer. Nothing but the backboard on that shot taken by Pons in the shot. And so now into the game for Oregon Tech again is Jenna Wallace. And sitting down for Oregon Tech is going to be Maddie Tull.
She picked up her fourth foul.
9 points and 12 points for Maddie Tull. So Maddie's had a good game also, Michael. Now over along the baseline. Dribbling into the corner. Porters has the ball. Porters passes down into the middle, and we have a jump ball. Possession arrow will go to Oregon Tech this time as they tied up Rincan. And the ball will go back to Oregon Tech. 60-45. No scoring here for about the last minute and a few seconds.
That's okay. As long as they don't score.
Yeah, but 5 minutes to go in the game. Left side, Ellie Kent. Kent with the ball on the dribble. Drives to the foul line. Now goes over to the far side. Jenna Wallace on the way. Hits it. Long 2 for Jenna Wallace to make it 62-45. And Wallace now in the game has got 4. Front court come the Lady Lions. Inside, put up a shot, no good by Graham from about 10 feet as she had whirled to the lane. Tech the rebound, and here comes Tech back with the ball. Setting up the play is going to be Gascon. Gascon gives the ball over to Jenna Wallace. Wallace to Kaylee Elliott. Passes back down low to Kent. Want to put it up off the glass. Won't go. Rebound comes out to the pink shirts of Multnomah. They go to the front court. On top, wing it around the outside. Now driving down, putting up a shot that was just too hard. Bounced off the other side was Pons. Rebound. Tech comes the other way with Gascon. We're down to 3:45 remaining in the game. Tech looking pretty good right now. 17-point lead, biggest in the game. Gascon drives, gets it over in the corner. 3 ball on the way by Tull. Hits it, goes high in the air and comes down right through the net. 65-45. 7 points in the game for Kennedy Tull. We got a timeout, and that made Coach Poach very happy. 65-45. The lead is 20 with 3:28 to go. We will return.
There's a collision happening between science and innovation, environment and technology, thriving together in a place you might not have heard of. But the ones who discover us They're the originators, working and learning in living labs that produce life-changing results and developing innovations that will change the next millennium. There's a collision happening. Be part of it. Be Oregon Tech.
Oregon Tech has dominated this second half, Bobby. They have outscored Multnomah to the tune of 38-13. They lead by 20.
All right, thank you, Michael. Portis with the ball as they've just inbounded. Gives it up to Graham. Graham to Rincon. And they're going to call a moving screen. Did he give it to 24?
Went to Graham or first?
It was to Graham. And that's her first foul.
Just frustration now for Multnomah.
Yeah. And Tech inbounds the ball, come the other way. And it's Ellie Kent driving the ball here, give it back out on top to Kaylee Elliott. Elliott now to Gascon. Gascon down to Ellie Kent. Drives, backs her way in. Ellie Kent up and under. Good again. Ellie Kent's got some moves, Michael.
What a pretty spin dribble in the middle of the lane.
Wow, she's got 8 points now. And the lead is 67-45, a lead of 22. Shot on the way over and off, but the rebound is corralled again. Now they hustle for the ball underneath, and we'll see if it's going to be or what it will be. And we'll see.
There's a technical called on someone out of that group.
And we'll have to wait and see exactly.
Somebody got teed up. We saw that. Didn't see who. As there was a foul on a reach by one of the Lady Owls, and they pulled back over and hit Kennedy Toll, and then it looked like somebody pushed someone, and then we'll see exactly what they're going to call. So it should be a technical on someone. We're going to have free throws at one end. And nobody's over the limit. I guess if the foul on Kennedy Toll will be the fifth, so we'll have free throws for sure for Multnomah, but let's see what they're going to all decide. We'll come over and see what some numbers say. We'll hear. They haven't said to the bench yet. Now Paul Poach getting angry because the comment was they're calling a flagrant foul on Kennedy Toll. I'm not sure for what. So we'll wait. The official's going to have to say to the bench. We'll see what he says. In a 20-point game, they have not come over and said exactly what the call is. So it's hard for us to say what's happening when the officials have not come over to say what in the world has gone on. They need to come to the bench and let us know.
Well, Paul turned away.
Well, here, I know that Scott Allen will introduce it. So it is a personal on Kaylee Elliott. The tech is on Kennedy Toll, so there'll be 4 free throws shot in this sequence.
Well, at the foul line, it's going to be Elise Graham.
They're trying to figure out why.
Made 2.
They're trying to figure out why the foul, the technical, was on Kennedy Toll, considering she was laying on the ground at the bottom of it all.
And looks like she'll make all 4. Graham, she's 77%. She's now got 13 in the game. Now she's got 14 in the game.
And I believe Multnomah's going to get possession as well.
And they also get the ball.
Correct.
So it could be a 7-point play. Wow. Well, to the front court comes Stonebarger. Gets it out on top to Pons. Pons will hand the ball to Stevens. Now they give it up to Patterson, who's in the game also here. They've emptied the bench here, conceding the game. Long 3 ball on the way, and that is good by Rincon. And all of a sudden, that big lead at 22 has been trimmed down to 15. And they come to the near side over here to Kennedy Tull. Kennedy on the dribble. Gives it up to Kaylee Elliott. Now over to Ching. Now right here, back to Kennedy Tull. Now back out to Ching. Ching wants to drive in the corner. 3 ball on the way off the iron on the shot taken by Kent. Tech with the rebound is going to get it. Was Jenna. Jenna went out, got the ball, kept it in possession for Oregon Tech. The Reading Flash, as you like to call her. Now back out to Ching, out on top. Minute 42 to go. 4 on the shot clock. Got to shoot it. Ellie Kent's going to put it up. Her shot's blocked, and the ball will go over to Multnomah. 67-52. And coming out of the game is going to be Ellie Kent, and she is replaced by Caitlin Wright. The outcome is decided, but the score certainly is not. Quickly back into the front court comes Stonebarger. Stonebarger wants to drive all the way to the hoop, off the glass, lays it in. At a 67-54. And we've got a timeout taken. Looked like they said a 30. 1:24 remaining in the game. 67-54, Tech by 13.
At Klamath Falls Toyota, you'll experience our goal to completely satisfy every customer every day. Because our customers are like family to us. You'll also experience the teamwork of our professional and knowledgeable staff. They're authentic, caring, and the best in the industry. And when you choose from our great selection of new Toyotas or quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, you'll experience a process that's efficient, easy, and transparent. Experience amazing at Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
Stephen, you want to take that? Thank you.
Back here at Danny Miles Court, Oregon Tech has emptied a bit of their bench as well. Ebony McMillan onto the floor for the first time, and Tech throws it away. Off the inbound, Caitlin Wright throws it away. And now Paul Poach wants a timeout. And it's going to be a 30. We'll take it with him. It's still a 13-point lead with just over a minute left. We're back from Danny's house after this.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
For a limited time, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Ball put in play by Multnomah, 67-54 Tech. A 22-point lead cut down to 13. Drive to the hoop, lay it up and in on the basket made by Delilah Rincan. And Rincan now in the game has 8. Front court leading by 11. Tech with a minute remaining in the game. With the ball is Ebony McMillan, the freshman from Melbourne, Australia. Now they went around to Sprague. Now back over on the side to Lily Everson from Forest Grove, a freshman. Now back inside for a lane, would not go. Put it back up again and still won't go on both shots that were taken, and the frustration for Ebony McMillan, Mike, on that. Both of them just rolled off. Would not go down. 41.9 to go in the game. Tech has an 11-point lead, and boy, all of a sudden it was like, what was the run, 12-2 or something with all the problems, the fouls and everything? Wow. All right. With the ball for Tech is Chelsea Ching, who hit just her 3rd 3 of the season. Is she going to? Nope, she's going to drive down in the corner. Ebony McMillan for a 3. Oh, it will not go. And the rebound cleared off with 23 seconds, and here comes Multnomah. And the ball nicked away, tipped, and here comes Sprague the other way. And they're just going to hold the ball up. They're going to just throw the ball around. They're not going to try to score. Fans applaud. This game is over, folks. Oregon Tech will win it. You give Multnomah a lot of credit, especially in the first half when they went off this court with a nice lead. They played, but their numbers were low, and Tech really took over in the second half. And the final score, the Oregon Tech Lady Owls 67, and the kids from Multnomah, the Lady Lions 56, 11-point win. We'll take the break.